A Mini is not for everyone since it addresses a very specific kind of buyer and is built for a very specific purpose. The cars from Mini are fun to drive, very mechanical, and while old school in their character, they are very modern cars with new tech and safety built in. The Cooper S hatch and convertible are updated for 2021. So globally, this generation's been around since 2013. So technically, this is the second facelift. Now, for some people, you might think that the car has been delayed, the new generation that is, but not quite the case. There's a huge rethink happening at Mini. Should the new generation be all electric? Should it be part electric? And that is why we don't have one yet. But the good news is that the car still looks very appealing, and you've got a few tweaks and updates, of course, that happens with any kind of a facelift. So the indicator now integrated right here, very nice slim motif there. The headlamp cluster also slightly tweaked. You've got the fog light integrated into that as well. The hexagonal front grille is also slightly tweaked. So yes, it just has a slight change of shape. And the tail light, dare I say it, slightly tweaked. So it's really not a huge, massive change that you're seeing. The bumper at the back also has a slight redesign. The Union Jack print on this canvas top looks really, really nice too. I like that. I've always liked having that sort of a very British emblem to the car because that's what it stands for. Two new colors, of course, Island Blue and Zesty Yellow. We have the Island Blue on the hard top with us too. And for what it's worth, there is also a new grey called Rooftop Grey. The yellow is only on the convertible, by the way. But on a Mini, it's always bright colors that look more welcoming. The bumper redesign also sees a fat body-colored horizontal strip running through it, unlike the all-black treatment earlier. And at the rear, the new diffuser does make the car look a bit more aggressive. So on the whole, nicely done changes, and I'm glad the round LED daytime running lights or DRLs have been retained as they give the car a distinct identity. And you gotta love the Union Jack design imprinted on the convertible's canvas rooftop. But yes, that's a 1 lakh rupee optional extra. You can get body colored or black or silver or white mirror caps at no extra cost though. The last facelift on the Mini Cooper happened in 2018, and at the time too, we thought the rounded looks of this generation got sharper. At that time, Mini also moved the Cooper S from its optional 6-speed torque converter to a 7-speed dual clutch box. The latter has been retained and the sport version is an optional extra. Now the Cooper range in India is all petrol now. The engine has been slightly updated, but it's essentially the same engine. What's great about it is that it still sounds fantastic. It's still nice and peppy, and you will really enjoy driving this car because, well, that's the sort of character it's supposed to have. Outside of that, you might be wondering why I have the top down when it is so hot outside. Well, you know, I mean, it's a convertible, so you've just got to, you just kind of have to, at least for a while. The good news is that you can hear the growly little motor on the hard top just as well. It really does sound energetic. The numbers are more or less the same. But yes, the engine does great service on this car. The hatch will go 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.7 seconds flat, while the convertible takes 7.1 seconds. Now, unlike previous generations, they kind of softened the car up a bit. Even now, there's been some work done on NVH, and so specific to the suspension, to me, it just takes away that direct character that a Mini is supposed to have. So I know from an Indian conditions point of view, that's not a bad thing. But from the go-kart feel point of view, it is. The cool drive mode names are gone, so no more go-kart feel mode, for instance. You just get green, mid, and sport. How boring. But put it in sport and the car is anything but boring. And I keep coming back to that glorious sound from the turbocharged Tyke under the hood. The handling remains taut, steering on point, and while a manual Mini was always more fun, we have no choice but to be happy with the automatic in India. That said, the dual clutch box is quick and plenty fun too, especially with the paddles in play. Cornering brake control, anti-lock brakes or ABS, stability control, brake assist and crash sensors, dual airbags, 3-point seat belts are all standard safety equipment. And yes, this is strictly a 4-seater, don't forget. Both cars get subtle changes on the inside too. Slightly updated 8.8-inch touchscreen with better touch response, a new AC vents design, and new finishes for the dash and door inlays. The digital screen on the instruments is optional, as is the head-up display unit. Also optional are the wireless phone charger, navigation, Apple CarPlay, and a Harman Kardon sound system. On the outside too, you can spend more and get optional adaptive LED matrix lights, front and rear parking sensors, piano black elements on the exterior, and silver, black or white stripes on the hood. India does not get the 1.5-litre 3-cylinder engines on the Cooper, nor the 2 diesels that are still available in many other markets. And of course, we remain intrigued by the 2020 World Green Car finalist, the Cooper SE all-electric, which too we have lost hope on ever getting here. Mini does offer the JCW or John Cooper Works version though, and the Countryman of course. But overall, its range has dwindled as compared to a few years back. Prices start at 38 lakh rupees, but you'll always add some optional extras on a Mini. The Cooper S remains attractive, and yet its appeal will remain niche. That is essentially what a Mini is, and always has been since BMW rebooted the brand. But the hope I have is that the focus and relevance of Minis remains as it has, centered around fun driving first and foremost.